I do want to talk about our businesses, though.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So go ahead, sprinkle them with something.
You mean our current or past business?
Either.
Because we got a handful of.
We do. We can talk about our favorites.
Let's talk about some in the past. Let's talk about some of our business experience.
Yes.
Now, we're just going to name a few because we've been here forever trying to name every business that me and Tiff ever started.
Or tried to start.
Serial entrepreneurs, for real. Anybody that knows will tell you that. But let's just touch on a few. We could start with Soundwaves Radio.
Soundwaves Radio.
Soundwaves Radio was it started as I opened my own recording studio because I wanted to be a music producer. I wanted to make beats and produce music. So I went to school for it, paid a lot of money, learned as much as I could, got out of school, opened a recording studio in our basement, and said, I don't want people coming in our house to record, so I got to find a studio space. Found a studio space, and that turned into a record label, had a couple artists. That sucked. I would never do that again, and nobody should. I'm just playing. Yeah,
but it's not for me.
Damn drains on it again.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. That turned into, we started a radio station because we were trying to promote the record label and the recording studio. So we started a radio station just for publicity to promote the current businesses we had. The radio station became bigger than the studio and the record label, and Soundwaves Radio was born and was the absolute sugar honey iced tea. But it was a great business. It was something that I learned a lot from. I mean, I literally know how to set up this equipment, these mics, these cords, these cameras, these lights.
Everything.
I can operate the studio, the board, everything.
He's my who y'all for this, because this is not me. I just sit down. I just want to sit down. The back office stuff, we got it all fixed out, worked out. But this stuff, he's like, how's the camera? I don't care. Whatever you say. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Lights, perfect. Banners, great.
Right.
That's not my thing. I don't do this stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to sit down and talk. That's it.
So, Soundwaves Radio was a beautiful thing. I learned a lot from it. And I bring part of that experience here.
But I do like, Soundwaves Radio did one thing that people are doing now that wasn't done then.
What's that?
Which was highlight independent artists. The station only played independent artists.
That's it.
That's it. There was no mainstream music.
And the music
was everything.
Fire.
We still have the catalogs of music, and we still listen to it because that's how good it was. Like, it was some people on Soundwaves Radio who ended up going on American Idol and the show with Puffy and Khaled. I forgot the name of that show, but they was on that show. But they had songs playing on Soundwaves Radio before they went on that show, because that's how good they were. Yep. Like y'all did an excellent job of finding great music.
Yeah,
because the music on that was better than terrestrial radio.
Yeah,
way better.
So let's talk about another past business that we operated successfully. You want to name another one? Drop another one.
So Gather Dreams.
Gather Dreams.
Yes. Which was a nonprofit that I had with one of my best friends, Miss Dana. So Gather Dreams.
Shout out to Dana.
Shout out to Dana. Gather Dreams was
Wait. I'm sorry to cut you off, but let's plug her business real fast.
Oh yes.
Why not?
Dana with her Clearly beads, which I'm still waiting on my beads and my earrings to come.
Clearly beads, what is that?
It's handmade jewelry. It's all handmade jewelry. She's super crafty.
Yeah.
Super duper crafty. She does upholstery stuff. It's crazy. But her link will be below. And I'll make sure that next time I come on, y'all got some Clearly beads up on so y'all can see it. So Dana and I started Gather Dreams to assist girls in foster care ages 6 to 21 have mentors. So the whole setup of the program was to match these girls up with adult women who were professional women. Right. So these girls would know there is life after foster care. Because you wouldn't believe, well, I think a lot of people know what goes on in foster care, but I feel like they just needed some type of positive light. And we were able to provide that to them. Mm-hmm. We did galas where the girls would come dressed up. I mean, formal galas. We did soirees. We did pamper days. We would take them to the salon. They would get their hair done, their nail done. All of it was free of charge to the girls. All of it. And just seeing the smiles on their faces was everything.
I miss Gather
And
Dreams.
me too. And the hardest thing about Gather Dreams was, since it was a nonprofit, we had to record all of our activities.
Mhm.
So every time a mentor would spend time with their mentee, they had to fill out a form and log their hours. And it was the hardest thing, chasing after people to do that. And it was like, but you signed up for this. You went through a criminal background check, a child abuse check, and like 2 months of background check from just us to do this.
Yeah.
And then you get here and you drop the ball. Like, it's hard for us to keep chasing you and chasing you and chasing you to do paperwork when I know you're seeing the kids. Because I checked in with the kids.
Business.
I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
But it was super frustrating. And that's definitely something that I would love to start up again.
Mhm.
Because the look on a girl's face, anytime we had an event, anytime they felt special, was priceless.
Right.
And I still see some of the girls. They're older now. And I'll see, because some of them live around us. And I'll see them and they'll remember me. And then, oh, that was so good. Oh, I still talk to my mentor. Which is, it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's
But
what's up.
it is. It is.
All right, so we had Soundwaves Radio.
Yes.
We had Gather Dream.
Yes.
What else did we have? Chateau She Said.
Chateau She Said, which was our
Chateau.
Airbnbs,
Yes.
y'all. And
We
which we
had,
still have one up and going.
Yeah, we had
One-
4.
Yeah, 4.
We have 1 now.
Yes.
I mean, we're just being straight up with y'all. Like,
Transparent.
this is what happens.
Yep.
This is what happens in business. Some go on to be successful for years and years and years. Some fall by the wayside due to coronavirus, lack of promotion, bad business
Practices.
behavior and
Mhm.
practices, ninja business.
Ninja business.
And this is what we're trying to eliminate.
Yep.
And don't get us wrong, we have been doing ninja business for too long.
Yeah.
For as long as we've been running businesses, we've been doing things
That weren't on the up and up.
right.
Yeah. But we learned.
Not illegal.
Yeah.
Just not practicing business the proper way.
Mhm.
Just not crossing our T's, dotting our I's, doing our paperwork, talking to and dealing with people who do proper business, not doing business with somebody who does
Ninja
ninja
business.
business. Come on, man.
Yep.
So, what else? We talked about Chateau She Said
Mm-hmm.
was the Airbnbs.
Yep.
We are Airbnb Superhosts. We have one left that we kept. We're Superhosts. We do plan on getting more Airbnbs,
Yeah.
but COVID.
Yeah,
timing.
COVID. Yeah, the COVID really jacked us up on 3 of our units.
Yeah.
It was like a thing. We just wanted to sit in the corner and ball up and cry. Honestly, that's what it came down to.
But
'Cause
we
it was
learned
hard.
so much.
We did.
We literally are experts at Airbnb now.
Yeah.
You can ask us any question. There's nothing we don't know about Airbnb.
Absolutely.
Try us.
Yeah, that's right.
We experts. We're super hosts. So we have reached the pinnacle of how good you can do at Airbnb. And this was over a 2-year period.
Mm-hmm.
We had themed units
Yes.
that looked beautiful. Every one of our Airbnbs, as soon as you walk in the door, you don't want to do anything but take Instagram pictures
Yes.
and post them.
Instagram moments all
It was
day.
crazy.
All day.
So they made a lot of money for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we were doing rental arbitrage, and once COVID shut everything down business-wise, we could no longer get travelers into the city. We no longer could get guests to stay in our units.
Or pay what we were asking.
Right.
Like, we had to drop our prices so low that we couldn't even cover our rent on these spots.
Right.
And then we were getting all people who were local, which is another huge headache. So
Because they just want to throw parties.
They want to throw parties and mess your place up, and it's like, I can't afford this.
Parties.
I can't afford this. This is craziness. I can't afford this.
It got so bad. The parties got so bad. We figured out how to cut down on the parties, but
Yes.
you can't stop them. Literally, people that you know try to rent your Airbnb to have parties.
Have
in.
parties, and they
Yeah,
get mad
even
when you say no.
When you tell them you can't have a party in my Airbnb.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but Trace.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ain't no but Trace.
Exactly. Because
I got to clean that up.
Yep.
When you break stuff, your friends are not going to care about my belongings in this Airbnb apartment.
Nope.
So we say all that to say, we've had multiple businesses. We have multiple businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We are serial entrepreneurs. And right now, we learned that we need to focus on one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And our focus right now is this podcast. So we're going to bring y'all some
the heat.
We dropping jewels. We're going to do a main episode every week, and then we're going to do an after show every week.
Talking about
what we're doing right now, just talking about
the guest
that was just on the show that we interviewed.
Absolutely.
And whatever business they are into.
Yep.
And we're going to elaborate on it.
Yep.
So what do we want to touch on next? Because we got some bombs.
I know we got some bombs, but I did want to mention my baby business, the one that I love.
Talk about
is my Sweet Teas Treats, y'all.
Sweet Teas Treats.
So I love this. It's my bake. Not I won't say my little, but it's my bakery, which was actually a brick and mortar. And then what happened? COVID. But it's okay because I moved all my stuff back into my home, have all my clientele still, and I'm doing great. So I'm not even upset about it.
With a lot less overhead. We're not paying to be in the bakery anymore.
Exactly.
We're not paying for, utilities in the bakery.
Yep.
The rent. We're not, none of that.
Yep.
Anything that went wrong, anything that broke, that needed to be fixed. As far as stationary things in the bakery, we don't have to do that anymore.
Nope.
So that's great.
Yes. Yeah,
that was your baby.
It is. If you need a cake, if you need some treats, I'm your girl. Yeah. I'm going to drop my link, my website below, and y'all check me out.
Not them kind of treats. I know what y'all think. Not the edible treats.
Not the edibles. Not the edibles.
But yeah.
Wink, wink. But not the edibles. I'm just playing.